Hey, what's up? I'm Joel Madden, and this is Artist Friendly. On this episode, I'll be talking to Australian singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist G-Flip. Let's go.
Smoking up if that's my kind. I don't want no bad times. I don't want to have bad.
How you doing?
I'm good.
We've never met,
We've never met.
but I feel like I know you.
Oh, really? Good. I feel like I know you. I've followed you ever since I was a kid.
Really?
I wasn't allowed your one of your first albums for Christmas because it had mature language on it.
Dirty words?
Yeah.
Just cuss words?
Mum wouldn't let me have it.
Which album? Because I don't think we said the F word a lot.
Was it, I think it's self-titled or Young
Young and Hopeless or self-titled? It had to be.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of
early 2000s vibes.
Were they strict, your parents?
No, they weren't. It was like, I think like
Had the sticker on it, maybe.
Yeah, it had the sticker on it, and I feel like I just came home from school one day and like dropped a bomb on them, like dropped some word, and then they were like, "We need it."
They were worried.
Yeah,
we need to rein it in.
We need to rein it in. So when I was like, "I want the Good Charlotte album," it was no, not allowed it, and I was fucking.
And then
pissed
you
off.
chose rock and roll as a lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
So it worked.
It worked. It worked. No, my parents are real chill, but that was their one moment of trying to, rein me in, and yeah.
Where in Australia you're from?
Melbourne.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Best part.
Cool place.
Yeah.
I visit there a lot. So I go back many, many times a year. I was back there, I think last week or the week before, and my family's all still there, and I got a place there, and I've got lots of work out in Australia. So I just like do little cheeky trips,
Yeah.
smash out some work, see my nan and my family, and then come back here,
And you live in LA,
live in LA.
which is great.
Yeah, I love
Very
it.
Aussie friendly.
Yeah.
LA is a great stepping stone into America because you can go deeper into America and really like get to know the country,
Yeah.
which is great. But LA is very Aussie friendly. Like Aussies do well here.
There's lots of Aussies out here.
Very like half my friends.
Yeah. And Americans like Australians.
We love Australians.
Yeah.
At the accent, laid back,
Yeah.
easy going.
Yeah.
You guys have good coffee.
We have,
Like
our
the
coffee.
best in the world.
We have great coffee, but I love just a shitty drip coffee.
Yeah, like 7-Eleven coffee.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love a shit. Just
It's like
shit.
dirty, shitty.
Even just the ones that you just add water to
Yeah.
on tour, just fucking add the water. That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I don't need the fancy stuff.
But I will say the Australians have brought good coffee to LA. There's great coffee here now. I
Yeah.
spent tons of time in Australia. It's like weirdly like my second home.
Really? Where do you like going?
Well, when I'm there, it's usually Sydney because that's where the work is.
Yeah.
Although I love Melbourne because it's like the good bar culture there and like music and stuff and food. And
Yeah.
it's a different city.
Yeah.
So it's a great mix if you can go to Melbourne. Sydney's where like I end up I'm always working. So,
Yeah.
and my friends, I have so many friends in Sydney. Like when I go to Sydney now, I don't even stay in a hotel. I stay at my friend's house every
Yeah.
time.
Fuck yeah.
And I can stay there for months. Like
Yeah. It's a vibe.
it's like a whole vibe. They don't care. They're like, I literally,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's like, maybe it's Australian or maybe it's them or maybe it's both. But like you would feel like you're wearing out your welcome at someone's house for like, I stayed there for 2 months one time
Yeah.
when I was working.
Yeah.
And my family came with me actually and stayed there.
Oh, I love that.
And it was, I mean, they have a big house,
That person's
big
a
ass
legend.
house,
Yeah.
but it's like near Bondi.
Oh, fuck yeah.
So it's like a great spot.
Oh, yeah. That's a dope hookup.
It's a good setup.
Yeah. That's dope.
Think about how much that's worth. 2 months at a hotel, that's like easily
In Bondi, in a
saving
huge
you
house?
60 grand or it's like a lot of money. They literally just open their house every time. We have family dinners, we hang out. They're very close-knit friends, but staying at a house is another level. And
Yeah.
how long could you have a house guest with you?
I'm pretty chill. I've had people crash with me for months.
Maybe it's Aussie thing.
Yeah, I've had people crash with me for months, and I've crashed at people's house for months. When my first time in LA, I slept on a couch for like 2 months, right in the thick of Hollywood. And because I was so Aussie and oblivious, I didn't realize that like, you kind of need to be safe around here.
Yeah.
So I was literally just walking up and down like Hollywood Boulevard at nighttime.
That's a little seedy.
Yeah, jumping on like the train going to downtown. Like, honestly, it's like no one told me like, hey, G, probably not the safest thing to do. And I was just out here just sleeping
Mixing
on my
it up.
mate's couch, just rolling around. I was perfectly safe. Nothing happened to me, but I can't believe now I look back and I'm like, holy shit.
Well, you know the town now.
Yeah, now I'm like, how did I not, I don't know, get robbed or anything, you know? Like, you know when you're young and you're just invincible?
Yeah, I felt the same way when I was young. I didn't think anything happened to me. And for the most part, it didn't. Maybe we just have good energy around us.
I reckon I've got angels or something.
Yeah.
That just like look after me, make sure shit's okay, and then protect me from crazy stuff. Still a lot of crazy shit has happened to me in my time, but like I've been pretty all right.
It feels like you have.
Yeah.
Feels like it's just humming along nicely.
Yeah.
I remember when your first song the first song that really got attention, it vibrated out, was a few years ago.
Yeah. It was a song called About You.
Yeah.
That I made in my room.
Was that like 4 years ago?
Yeah, about
3 or 4?
5 years ago.
Feels like it's just continued to hum along. Like,
yeah, it's been just like slowly building and just grinding and then figuring it out. But yeah, I think the success of that song was like, holy shit, let's go, you know? Like it kind of vibrated and went places and people discovered me, and I was just on Logic in my bedroom just fucking around making shit and
but you wanted to do it.
Oh yeah, I grinded extremely hard. Yeah, I did. I
worked hard.
Yeah, well, I was a drummer. I was a session drummer for years beforehand, so I was always touring, and I toured the States and lived on buses and just kind of grinded in that way. And then I was always doing backup vocals. I'm not vocally trained, but I was always doing backup vocals, and then I got more confident, and I always wrote my own music as like a teenager in my bedroom. Like before my parents got home, I'd run or skate home and get there before anyone was home, so I'd have the place to myself, and I'd write my little songs on guitar and piano. And then I just found confidence touring with people and playing and doing backup vocals. I kind of found my voice, and then, you know, with my sexuality, I came out. So then I just got more confident as a human being to then release my own music. So then I spent a year grinding and like making connections in the industry, getting everyone's fucking emails. I made a whole Excel spreadsheet of everyone in the music industry in Australia. Then I had my dream team list of who I wanted, my publicist, my manager, my booking agent.
That's dope.
Made a hit list, and then I spent a year making as many songs as I could, and then made a short list of the 10, made a secret SoundCloud account, and then hit up everyone on those lists. And then people listened to my demos and people liked them, and then I uploaded that song About You online, and then overnight it blew the fuck up, and I was just in my bedroom like,
yeah, because it's good.
Thanks.
And that's the thing about good art. If you are creative and talented and you work hard, you can be successful with whatever's available to you at the time, which was that.
Yeah.
There's something in you that had to say, whether you allowed it or you took it seriously or you felt like it was like you had the stuff, something had to say like, I want that for me. I want to actually make my own music. Yeah. But also something held you back. So you went the route of like the opportunities available. I'll play drums. I'll do studio work. This is actually amazing way to hone your craft. Yeah. So I'm not mad at that path at all. Right. I think that's a very honest way to become good at, singing. Well, go on tour and sing background for someone. Yeah. But like there had to be something in you that was calling you to do it for yourself. Oh yeah. The whole time. Yeah. I think ever since I was little. Yeah. I was always thought I'd be like an actor or as like a solo artist. Yeah. Like that was always kind of what I thought. But then I fell in love with drums, and then I was drum obsessed. Yeah. And I just loved kit. And I worked in a drum shop, and I was a drum teacher, and it was just drums, drums, drums. And then I wanted to be a session drummer. And then I found the confidence in myself to go back to that original like dream I had when I was 6. That first idea. Yeah. I always say like your first idea is probably your best idea.
100%. Also, when you're a kid and before the world, like, judges you, and then you think about what you're wearing, and like you have these innocent ideas and dreams before the world like filtrates your mind. So
influences you.
Yeah. So I always think like the little kid you is almost like, in a way, like your real authentic little essence of a human.
It's the perfect like version of you.
Yeah.
Because before it's all like the files are corrupted by other people's ideas or information or their bad time or their failures. Most of the time, our perception of what's possible is given to us by someone else because of their own success or failure.
Yeah.
So I always say, like, even to my wife, I'm like, yo, I want to raise people who think it's possible to win. Because I was not.
Yeah.
So even when I won, I didn't hold it. It was like, oh, a magic trick happened to me.
Yeah.
Or I hit a lottery. It wasn't me. I didn't try and then succeed.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't put forth effort and get results.
Yeah.
That's actually what I did. That's how life works. It's a causality world. We put forth effort, we get back results.
Yeah.
And we measure them and we go, okay, now I got to do this. But when you're kind of raised in a way where nothing works out and it's kind of a hopelessness, everything seems like a magic trick. Like, oh, the stars lined up.
Yeah.
There is a little bit of that in life, but you have to put effort.
Yeah. I believe in manifestation as well. Hard work and manifestation.
Together.
Yeah, together. Shit works.
Because you will also see people that think they're manifesting things because they're saying it all the time, but they're not doing anything.
Oh, yeah. The people on, I love the people on like Instagram story who is like another day grinding. And I'm like, you bitch, you ain't doing shit.
Sometimes. You know, so I think that I just try to reinforce the idea that part of manifesting your reality and what you want out of life is actually taking steps towards it every day.
100%.
Right? So
even like just thinking about it, I think as well, like is another step of like manifesting and getting
Obsessing
there,
over
like
it.
obsessing and thinking about it. And I talk to myself in my brain all the time.
Me
like
too.
Talking to myself and like thinking about, you know, what are we doing and going through it in your head to make the actions, if you can't do it that day, to do it the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you had to learn the drums and you're a good drummer.
I love drums.
And it gives you, as a musician, there's something about that's got more, not to say if you were just a singer, it's not that I wouldn't take you seriously.
Yeah.
That's not it. But there's something about people who can play instruments and do it well and have spent all that time, you know, that it takes to become competent at it.
Yeah.
And then if you have talent and you're good at it, you still had to do the work to become competent at playing it, even if you're talented. It doesn't just come easy. Some people learn it more easily because they're more kind of inclined to do it. So they have that part of their brain. There's something about that gives you this layer that's interesting.
Yeah.
That other musicians go like, okay.
Yeah, I love playing.
I don't know, it's cool.
I love playing kit, and I feel the most comfortable singing behind the drum kit.
Yeah.
I like it better than running around.
Do you like it because you can hide a little bit?
I like it because I think I'm just so comfortable there. And also it feels right in my body. When I'm running around, it's almost like my body wants to be walking and running in time. Because you know how when you're singing, my whole body, it's like it's all on a grid. While I'm singing, there's the floating melody top line of what I'm singing, but the rest of me is so regimented and like every limb is so in time. So I remember when I first started having to be a lead singer and running around while singing, it was like, oh my God, my steps aren't in time with my vocal. I've got to learn how to like have my body not be stuck to the grid.
Yeah.
So that was a bit weird. But I think with drumming, the thing I learnt from all those years being a session musician and like a drummer is I got to watch how a lead singer acts.
Right.
So I was like, while I'm behind the kit, I'm like watching all the lead singers that I'd perform with and be like, almost like taking notes on what works and what doesn't work and what crowd interaction works and what doesn't work and interaction and seeing how a front person does it, that I think I then felt super comfortable my first show when I had to be like, all right, I'm going to take the mic now off the kit and I'm going to be a front person. So I think that all helped.
100% it did. It's hours, it's hundreds and thousands of hours of information.
Yeah.
It's like going to school.
Yeah.
It's really important.
I played a lot of gigs, man.
Yeah, and you probably
of
haven't
shitty
actually
gigs.
done all the accounting. So if you were in school, right? Because it's very hard to say, okay, go to college for music, even though there are some great music programs out there.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend X number of hours over that 4 years learning about the thing that you want to do. In concept, that works, and it does in some, I believe it does for some people. But there's no better education in getting like the degree of what you're trying to do than being on tour, playing shows of all different sizes, all different kinds of crowds, because you're not just watching the singer or the band, you're looking at the crowd, you're clocking all these variables.
Yeah.